To our demonstration on doing a tape mold for a custom order for a lace piece. This is my model, Tanisha. Tanisha is a client and she has alopecia. Well, she has alopecia totalis, which means it's like spots of hair loss and it moves around. So like right now it's just her hairline where she has actually lost her hair. As you can see, she has a full head of hair. So Tanisha is a perfect example for a lace piece because she don't have a hairline. And a lace piece is called a prosthesis, which is a missing limb. That's what it means. When you have an arm prosthesis, that's a missing arm. So if it's hair, it's a hair prosthesis. So she's a perfect candidate for the lace piece. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do a mold for Tanisha where she can have the lace front and the nylon top with the alteration back. Because as you can see, she has a full head of hair here. So if she want to get in here and scratch, she can, because she have to wear her hair all the time. It's not something she's going to take off and on. And then we're going to make it where in the back, we can actually do the attachment back here. So instead of me doing lace in the back, I'm going to do polyurethane because it'll be much stronger and it's going to stay better on her neck versus the lace. So again, what I'm going to do, the mold is going to be a lace front, a nylon top, with the alteration here in the back, in the very nape area, I'm going to do PU. And the first thing you do for a custom order to do a custom mold is you use saran wrap. So saran wrap, you can buy it by the roll until you get really busy, then you have to buy the commercial wrap, which is a lot more. And be careful because it does stick together. Try to keep it as smooth as possible. And what I'm going to do is cover up her head. Now this, and stretch it down over her head. Holding it in place. Grab both sides, pull down, and tie it. You don't want to choke her though, but you want to get a good tight grip. Okay. So what I want to do is make sure the saran wrap is covering her head completely. Now here, I'm going to fold this over, turn a little bit, fold this over so we can get a good fit here. See, her head is smaller back there. And here's our Scotch tape. I like to use the frosted tape because you can actually see. Okay, the first thing that you're going to do when you're doing a tape mold is decide what color marker, what each color marker means. For me, when I use a black marker, that's my base, my lines, like for polyester, to do the alteration cap. If I use red, that means polyurethane, which when I use red and I do my order form, I have red polyurethane, black polyester, purple. I'm going to use the purple today for lace. And then I'll use green for nylon. So as I draw on the saran wrap, each color means something. So in the very, I'm going to start in the front. In the very front, we already said it's going to be lace. And I said purple was going to be for my lace. So what I'm going to do is do her hairline. Now, the lace, we want it to extend because you can always cut the lace off if it's too long or it's hanging down too much. So this is custom. Everybody's hairline is different. So I want the lace to come around her ear here and up into this area. It's going to be lace. So everything purple, remember, is going to be lace. Everything purple is going to be lace. What I like about lace is because you can cut it to whatever shape that you want. All purple is lace. Now, moving from the lace and going into the nylon, I like to add a little PU, which is red, just 1/4 of an inch. Anytime you're breaking the cycle of fabrics from one line to the other, it's best to have a PU lining. Okay? Now, I'm going to use the green here for nylon. I'm just going to give her a little nylon up here just in case she want to wear a part. Okay? If she want to wear a part or a bang or whatever. This can either be nylon or it can all be lace. But I'm doing nylon because she has alopecia and she needs something that's going to really last. And with the lace, if this lace tears up at the front, we can replace it. But if I have to do the whole nylon top, I might have to send it back to the factory. So by giving her this nylon top, it's going to give her more life until her hairpiece is just going to last that much longer. And you decide on how much nylon. I only want to cover her top with nylon because I want her to be able to get to her head in the back and scratch it. Like I said, the back, I want to do PU. So what I'm going to do is from this point around her ear and her nape area, always take the head to the back to make sure you fit the bend. Because if you go lower than that, it's just going to pop up. Okay? So I'm going around her ear and in the back. I'm going to do PU. And I'm going to make my PU where her hair loss is. Each side is different because her hair loss is different. So all this red is PU. And it's going to be able to lay flat on her head, which is good. It's going to last a long time, and it's going to stick. We don't have to worry about it coming up. Y'all need? Okay? So this is all PU. Now the very center, I said I was going to use black for polyester, which is going to be the alteration part. So this is where she's going to be able to scratch her scalp. So you can make these holes whatever size you want to make these holes. You're the designer. That's why I say enter into a world that's only limited to your imagination. You're the designer, so you create. For her, I just want her hair to be underneath the rest, be braided, but at the same time, I want her to be able to scratch her head. Don't have to worry about her hairpiece coming up or tearing up. So we're going to do the alteration in the center. And these are just squares. Polyester thread is what's going to be used to make these cables.